Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on optimized ordering, part of our Profit Leader Masterclass series. I'm Christy Speed, Marketing Director at FMS. Now I'd like to introduce our speaker, Doug Hallworth. Doug has worked in the grocery industry for over 35 years. During that time, he worked his way up from carryout to Vice President of Operations. Doug joined the FMS team in 2022 and is now the General Manager of GOT Systems. He brings not only his knowledge of grocery operations, but also his knowledge of the customer side of FMS and GOT Systems. GOT Systems, which stands for Grocery Order Tracking, provides retailers with solutions to help run more profitable stores. Welcome, Doug.
Thank you, Christy, and thank you for everybody that's joined the call this afternoon. Just a quick overview of what we'll talk about today is all about ordering, training, movement, sharing of information, savings, possible deals, then follow-ups, inventory, and we'll talk a little bit about the future of grocery ordering. So why would I start off an ordering talk talking about shrink? One, because shrink, no loss, needs to be out in front of us at all times in the grocery retail environment. But we also know that a large portion of known loss, shrink, comes from over ordering. And some of the topics we're going to talk about today will help put a focus on that and can help retailers by knowing what's going on in the store, knowing movement and what sells, what to order, and possibly reduce shrink by having more accurate orders. So a best practice when we talk about ordering for grocery stores are what we have found over time working with profit leaders in the business is that profit leaders have a clear message as to the expectations of the product level per location. Now, when I talk about location, I'm not talking about different store sites. I'm talking about within a store, locations such as the aisles, the end caps, the side stacks, the displays we may build up front. What is our expectations? What does full look like? And I think we probably all have stories that we could talk about when we gave someone an ordering device for the first time without training them, without talking about expectations, and they filled items up that didn't need to be. Maybe we had a year's worth of product on the shelf because they just filled the shelf because it had room. So again, profit leaders give a clear message of those expectations. The message should include the following considerations: the high volume, fast moving items. What is the expectations? Can we order those every truck? What do we expect? And then on the other side, the slow movers, those items or even seasonal items that we have in the store, we carry year round. We may sell some throughout the year, but really the holiday season picks up, and that's when we move those items. So expectations around that. And then when I see best practices out there as far as the expectations, the second piece to it is how do we keep that message alive? How do we teach, coach, and train our team and our team's backups to be able to understand what full looks like in our store and the expectations? When we talk about expectations, one of the other things that I see profit leaders doing is providing their order writers with a movement information. That helps order writers to be able to make good business decisions as they're ordering. Some of the ways I've seen that retailers share movement with their order writers is possibly having the average movement displayed on the shelf tag. That way, as I'm ordering, I look at the shelf tag. I can see what my average weekly movement is on that item. I've seen other retailers who use color-coded tags, possibly a red border around items that are slow movers. And this would have to be done at each location or each company for the expectations. But one example of a slow mover could be we sell less than one case per month. So the red border is just a warning to the order writers to say, hey, wait a minute, do we need this? Or on the other side, the higher volume, faster moving items might be a green border because we sell more than one case per week. Those are good ways to be able to give information. However, one thing that comes up if we use that is how often do the tags get replaced? How often are they updated with the movement? For example, this time of year, coming out of summer, I would say that if we did it that way on the tags, if we put the average movement and coming out of summer, we'd expect barbecue sauce to have a higher movement than they do throughout the rest of the year. So if we have a section something like that, or the bake aisle during the holidays, are going to have higher movement than what you would expect coming out of summertime. So how often do the tags get replaced? There's got to be a plan for that. The other thing that can happen with sharing movement is having the up-to-date movement information displayed on the ordering device right there in the order writer's hand, such as what we're showing on the screen now. Right here, average weekly movement showing 3. So as an order writer, I've scanned the tag to order this Hormel chili. If I look at the order screen, I see my average movement is 3. If I've already got 9 on the shelf, I can do a fast calculation of, okay, I've got 3 weeks worth of product already. I may not need to order that. And it's all relative to the volume of the store and how many trucks you get per week. But having that information there at the fingertips of the order writer really gives them the data to make good decisions. Now, while we're on this screen, I want to talk about some of the other information that we share back on our ordering device. The estimated warehouse delivery or inventory. That's as of 3 a.m. this morning. And it's just a good guideline as if the warehouse has that product in. Ranking means it's coming out of the warehouse. In this example, the Hormel chili, this one is number 13 out of 20 available in that category. So it gives you a good idea of the movement. And of course, we share back the base cost. And we share the last requested delivery date, last time that was ordered. We'll talk more about that one in just a minute. So as we're ordering, and walking the aisles, we need to have the information if there's ways to save the store money, to get better prices on the product that we're ordering. And by looking at that over here on the right hand side of the screen, I see that if I wait 2 days on this Kraft Velveeta shells, if I wait 2 days, possibly my next truck, I can save $7.32 per case. I see that I sell 3 per week. I look at my shelf. I get 3 trucks a week. I've got enough to last those 2 days to my next truck. I'm going to hold off. And I know when I order it in a few days, I'm going to get a better price on it because it's on a deal. So again, order writers have to know what the expectations are on product level. And if not properly managed, a possible savings could turn into tying up inventory dollars. When we're talking about deals coming on, that was the last screen I showed you. The deals out there that's coming on within a day or two, and we can set that adjust that how many days out we look, up to 2 weeks out, 14 days, to see what product's coming in. So that gives us a heads up of what's coming. But if I've just made my order for today, I'm getting ready to transmit it, and I hit a button that shows my deals ending, I get a screen that looks like this, and it's going to show me any deals that are ending before I get my next delivery. So in this example, if I look down here for the Kraft shells and cheese dinner, I see that I'm saving $8.70 now on that product before it goes off deal. Do I want to buy more? This is another good example of, does the order writer totally understand the vision of the store and of the company of what to have in the store and what to order. So this gives them the ability to, if I wanted to change that to 2, 3, 4 cases, I can do that before I transmit my order, and end up saving more money for the store. Pre-books. So when a store pre-books items, typically those are at a better price than ordering open stock. So the order writer needs to know when the pre-booked items are being delivered. Again, having this at their fingertips, they're able to make good decisions. In this example, I've got Cheez-Its. I've got one case of Cheez-Its coming in one day. So I look at the shelf, and do I need to order more, or am I good with that? I'm good with that. I can move on. The other thing that GOT does to help order writers is, if I order, let's say I order Cheez-Its for my next delivery, and it's the same day that I'm ordering, and I've already got one ordered on pre-books, our system will do the adjustment on the back end and remove that one case, because you ordered an open stock, but you've got a pre-book coming, because pre-books, again, are typically at a much better price than buying open stock. So we can help out by saving money there. Another thing that is useful for order writers as they're writing an order, they have the ability to hit the sum button up here in the corner while they're reviewing an order. And it's going to show information such as the total cost of that truck. That becomes, this order specifically, and that becomes important if I'm on a budget. Maybe I'm running a produce department, and I'm working on my inventory on hand, and I need to know how much I'm spending before I hit the button to send it. I'm able to do that, and then I can go back in and adjust. I can add more. I can take items off the order if I need to. But that's just good information for the store. Sometimes stores may be on a budget, total store, to be able to watch what they're spending. So giving that information back. And then, of course, the total items, how many cases do we have coming in, gives you a great idea ahead of time of, do I have enough stockers to help unload the truck, stock it. I've ordered a large truck. I'm going to need extra help tomorrow to get that done. Or, hey, we may be able to save some labor because we have a smaller truck coming in. So just more information, help us make decisions. So with any task that we do in a grocery store that we teach, coach, and train, part of that coaching comes back to us as supervisors working with the order writer to see how they're doing on ordering. One thing that GOT can help out with that is giving back the data of smart ordering. And what I mean by smart ordering is, this report shows that all these items, these 5 items, popped up on my device saying, hey, if you can wait 4 days, you're going to save, in this example, $1.87 on a crushed pineapple. The order writer said, okay, I can wait on that and move on down the road. I'll order it when it's at a better price. But and that's good, judgment call. But then also we show you the must-haves. So the must-have is when the order writer also had the pop-up on the screen that said, if you wait, you can save money. Like the Musselman's regular applesauce, if we waited 4 days, it's coming on for $3 off. This McCafe down here, if I waited 4 days, I could save $12 a case. Now, again, that's a judgment call at the time. However, there are, you can see on the screen, and this is just a screenshot, not the full report, but there are a lot of savings out there that add up very quickly. And if I'm a store manager, I'm printing off this report and I'm walking the store with the order writer. I understand we can't do that every truck, but once a week, 2 times a month, just to keep that out in front of us to know, hey, could we have waited on the applesauce? Could we have waited on the McCafe to get a better cost of goods? So it's a good tool that can be used. So another tool that can be used to help with following up on order writers, and it's just order writing, yes, we want to increase sales, but make sure we have the product. We want to get the best price for the product that we can. And one of the things to help increase sales, of course, is to have no out of stocks in the store. If we drop down here real quick, these are some numbers I pulled off of the FMS NGA Independent Retailer Survey, just showing the last couple of years of the out of stock percent. We know coming out of 2021, coming out of COVID, we all dealt with a lot of out of stocks out there. We've seen that come down rapidly. And this last year, we have a little over 12% is what we consider out of stocks on the shelves. So if I have access to this type of report that shows what my out of stocks are, when it was ordered last, what's the reasoning? And again, it's just a quick screenshot I took, but it shows how many days since we ordered it. Is it on today's order? And it gives you the ability for the store manager, store supervision, maybe I'm a district manager, and I pull this report up before I go into the store, and I'm able to walk the store to judge my out of stocks with the order writer, with the store manager, with data right there in my hands. The other thing that is kind of a quick and easy way to do this, if you don't have the report right with you, is if we pick up a device, set it up as an order, and you can walk and scan your out of stocks, and it's going to show you right here the last delivery date requested. Now, screenshot I took earlier this summer, but it just shows, today is on this example is June 7th, and I ordered that, requested to be delivered on the 3rd. So I can set up a device, walk the store, scan, and see, is my order writing doing a good job? Do they have a good schedule set up, a map of the store to make sure they're not missing aisles, they're not missing sections? And so just another tool that can be used to help follow up. So we've talked about ordering, we've talked about what to buy, how much to buy. One of the other things that I see with profit leaders, some of the most profitable stores out there, is that they have policies, procedures in place to help maintain a healthy inventory. And what does healthy inventory mean? It probably means it's something a little bit different to everybody, but the example, the definition that I use in that case is, it means the store has what the customer wants to buy, when the customer wants to buy it, while making smart decisions with the inventory dollars. So yes, could I have a back room full of product to make sure that I'm not going to have any holes on my shelf? Yes, but that's not a good use of our inventory dollars. It leads to out of dates, it leads to damage. I'm handling the product 2 or 3 extra times that I probably don't need to, increasing my labor cost. So, again, the inventory best practice, make sure we have procedures in place to know what the expectations are, and that the order writers can follow through. And in the pictures I've got up here is inventory turns. I think we all understand that the more we turn our inventory in the store, the better profit we're going to make, the less shrink we're going to have. You make the money in the turns of the product. And looking at the last several years, I picked up a few more years on this chart just to show turns, but we see the turns are really hovering around, if we average that out, around 18 times per year per store. So this is just a good gauge to how's my store doing on inventory, how's my store doing on turns. Another inventory practice that I see that's very effective with stores is profit leaders actively use blocks in the ordering system to help order writers from ordering products that just don't fit the store's plans. Those blocks sometimes are, there's multiple reasons why we may use blocks. It's a slow mover. We don't need to order that this time of year. It's more of a seasonal item. Maybe the item's been removed from the planogram, and I'm a category manager. I want to make sure that the store doesn't reorder the product, maybe from an old tag, or they find some in the back room. that wasn't out on the shelf, and hey, we need this, and we're going to order more. So it's a good way to handle that. Of course, seasonal, overstocked. Maybe I run 10, 15 stores, and I've got some items in some of the stores that I'm way overstocked on that I want to move throughout the stores. So I'm going to put a block on certain items so stores don't order them, and we transfer the product to that store to help kind of do a level set on inventory throughout all the stores. I've got a screenshot here that just shows a little bit of what a block would look like. This one's office discontinued, meaning the office or corporate for that company decided they no longer wanted to carry that product. Maybe it was a slow mover, but the block they put on is just says office discontinued. Those blocks, this one is what we would call a soft block. So I can still order it by overriding it by doing an adjusted order. Blocks can be put on. A hard block is, hey, that's not available. Move on to the next item. It can't be ordered. Soft blocks means the store can still make that decision to order it. However, it's going to show up on a report that shows blocked items ordered that would go to store supervision to help figure out, what's going on. Okay, so when we talk about ordering, and we talk about what does the future look like, a lot of what I talked about so far today has been more on what currently is happening in grocery. The future, some of this is happening out there now, but let's talk a little bit about computer-assisted ordering. So a computer-assisted ordering system is something that where there is, your inventories in the system, your purchases are in the system, able to capture shrink. If I'm throwing product away, that needs to come out of my inventory. And then also, it's got a piece to it that is predictive as far as looking back of what you've sold in the past. And then the computer-assisted ordering generates reports that will give you a suggested order for a department, a store, whatever we're talking about here. Currently, yes, Scott does have computer-assisted ordering. Right now, it's in the dairy department, milk, items from a local dairy that working through, seeing great success with stores out there being able to decrease the amount of shrink in the department by having less items that they're throwing away or marking down because the orders are much more accurate. And it reducing inventory reduces handling, so your labor can have an effect on that too. Currently, like I said, this is in milk ordering, but we are it's on our roadmap to expand that into other areas to help with the ordering. The next step up, I think, would be the full auto replenishment, perpetual inventory, where, of course, the system is built in, where, again, it's got your inventory on hand, new deliveries coming in, what's been ordered, shrink. And that takes, some cycle counts that need to happen. There's still some human intervention there, but mostly the orders just roll right to the warehouse. The product shows up at your back door. Again, I see this as future, something that will be coming to all of us. And it just has to be done in a smart way, because I have seen in stores that use a program like this, I've seen some that work pretty well, and I've seen some that have a back room and trailers full of product because the system continues to order. And so, but I think as data gets better, as we get better with everything, we're able to hone that in. Seeing some smart shelving out there where the shelving is able to tell what is sitting on the shelf, and if there's a stock level that's built into it. When that shelf gets down, or that area has so many products removed from it, it automatically reorders to keep that to the stock level the store wants. And then have seen some robots out there. Going up and down the aisles, the robots do a lot of different things. Checking shelf stock, checking floors for safety. But have seen some out there that's able to order based off of what it's seen on its cameras. So lots of neat things going on with technology out there using cameras, not just robots, but cameras maybe above the aisle to be able to look and see about reordering. So, I think the future of grocery ordering we will see to continue and evolve in the next several years. So how can FMS help with certain things such as ordering? And of course, a lot of what I talked about today is the GOT system. We have multiple different offerings out there that we help independent retailers with. Of course, ordering. We do markdown printing, meaning you can use our device to scan product with a printer, print out labels that will scan on the front end to be able to sell product that needs to move out the door. It's not the highest quality, but it's still good. We can get something out of it. We can do that with markdown printers. Inventory function by using our devices and counting everything in the store. A lot of retailers do periodic inventories, maybe every end of accounting period. That use our system. We have stores that use our system to count wall to wall. A full inventory by using their own team in-house instead of an outsourced inventory crew. We can receive warehouse orders, credit functions. We have the electronic grind log that is in the meat department to stay current with the grind log requirements. And of course, shrink tracking, being able to track anything that happens in the store that is known loss, that shrink, being able to report back to you on donations, transfers from store to store and department. And something that happens in retail is we have an insurance claim. We lost a case. We've got to account for everything that is in that case or that store because we had a fire or tornado. We have a system where you're able to scan everything out and give you back detailed reports. And then, of course, FMS offers a lot of things around the accounting in independent retailers, tax services, payroll, timekeeping. So appreciate your time today. Please be sure to come back and let's see, it's December 11th with Stan. And he's going to talk about the 1% difference. We talked some about profit leaders today. And he's going to talk more about learnings that we've learned from that 1% of the profit leaders. So join that. Christy has put into the Q&A section. She's put a link to be able to sign up for that. And here is my contact information. Please be sure to reach out to me. Anything I can help with. Christy, I'm not seeing any questions out there right now.
No, I think we're okay. Go ahead.
I think we're good. Okay.
Yes.
So appreciate everybody for joining today, and come back December 11th and hear from Stan. Thank you.
Thank you.